Alright farmers, welcome back to the channel. So today we've got some new mods. So first up, there's 3 updates that's come out. The first one is Metal Shelf by Razak. Now on the website it doesn't actually say what the update was, but that is out for that one. We've also got an update of the MAN TGX 18.500 4x2 by Kaztan18. That's added new colour configurations. And then the third one is the Flegel DPW 180 by Austri, and that has added new tyres and license plate, new store image and icon, and new extension. So that's your 3 updates for today. Now the first mod we've got is this in front of us. This is Small Shed by Agra Modding, 6.11 megabyte on the download, and you'll find this in the construction menu and then under buildings and sheds. So we'll scroll along to find it. There we are. 25 grand to put it down, and here we are. So right, this is obviously both doors open. I say obviously, it's not always obviously, is it? We'll close that one up, and then we'll alright, hold on a minute. There we are. So the triggers on each door are on either side, so that's the reason why that slides behind. But that being said, so right, that is obviously not too big, but if you want to put some small equipment in here or store your seeds and your fertilizer, oh, that's alright, nicely detailed, all the framework, all the slats. There, very nice. Right, next up we've got this shed here. This is Modern Shed, and it is by DMI 20mm Normandy and Dutch Modding Inc. 2.69 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find this again in the construction menu under sheds, and it's there. 25 grand to place down. So alright, this is obviously a lot more space than the previous one. You can even use it as like a root crop storage if you really wanted to keep it under cover. Obviously these poles here, you're not going to be able to get too wide a machinery in, well, you should get most things in. Might be a bit tight on the bigger harvesters though. That being said, it's alright. There's no lights on it, so it is just a shed. Ah, that's alright, that is. Very nice indeed. Right, next up we've got these 3 over here. This is the Placeable Refill Tanks by Pycel. 2.74 megabyte on the download. You're going to find these in the construction menu and then under containers. There we are. So it's 5 grand each. So you've got seed, fertilizer and lime. Then you've got hen, pig, horse and mineral feed and silage additive. And then you've got liquid fertilizer and herbicide at the end. So this is your first one, your seed and your solid fertilizer and lime. And then you've got all your feed options for your animals. And then your herbicide and liquid fertilizer. And also road salt, it says there. Excellent, place them down. Obviously you are going to have to pay for it. It's a, yeah, it's a sell point. It's not free, so you are going to pay for your stuff. But that being said, you know, simulate the delivery to your farm. Oh, they're right, they are. Very nice. Right, next up we got the Crampy KS950. This is by Kyosho. 10.19 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under trailers. So it starts off with a 48,500 litre capacity. Then the options you've got there are without cover or wrapping tarp or folding top, then without cover again. Then obviously you've got tyre brands, usual shenanigans on the go. Then you got labelling there. You got the Crampy Reflex White, Crampy Reflex Orange, Reflex White, Reflex Orange, and then back to the Crampy Reflex White. So main colour there, you can have one of them 3. And then the rim colour obviously changes the rims, although silver, white and chrome, there's not a lot of difference in them. Anyway, so right, that is. Obviously you look at the back, that is going to tip up, so if you are with your barns, your small animal barns, be careful you're not going to catch that on the roof. That being said, very nice indeed. Right, next up we've got these 2 here. This is the Wilson Pace Setter Pack by SB Farms, 14.15 megabyte on the download. and you've got one that holds 60,000 litres and one that holds 55,000 litres. So other than that, they are both the same apart from price. It will take the most things, so most of your crops there, plus seeds, pig food, lime and solid fertiliser. So you come in, the options you got are on the main colour, change to any one of those, and then the design colour, we'll put that as a red, like so, and then the rim colour, obviously anyone on that list. So right, that is. Obviously you are going to need a lorry, HGV, semi, whichever you want to call it, to pull it along, but that's alright. Excellent. Right, next up we've got the Dusseldorf Transport Box HD. This is by Bayern Agrar, 1.17 megabyte on the download, and for some strange reason this has come up under weights. I don't know what's going on with that. Anyway, what this is a little transport box you can put stuff in. Obviously, you know, little canisters or little tree stumps, little logs, whatever. Anything you can fit in it. So right, that is. Obviously, it's got a 1,100 litre capacity, so you could even put in some crop if you wanted to. Very nice indeed. Right, next up is the Lizard MK Silo. This is by DS Agrar Service Castor Flowy Stephen alias W7K. It's 7.26 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find this under miscellaneous. Now, if you have a look at the crop menu there, it looks like a liquid tanker, but it's not. It's actually a solid crop tanker. So you've got all those that it will take along the bottom. So 90 grand to start with. Obviously, on the options, you've got the usual wheels shenanigans on the go. And then you've got design, none, tread plate, rivets, tread plate and rivets, and then back to none. And then the capacity, so standard 30,000 litres, then that go up to 40,000 litres, and then 50,000 litres, and then back to standard. So then you got the main colour, we'll change that to pink, change the main colour. The design colour, we'll change that to a gold, we'll change like the accent parts on it. And then the rim colour obviously changes the rims. Obviously that's a bit bright, mind you, but it's alright, that is. Something a little different in your transporting shenanigans. Excellent. Right, now next up we got the Lizard MKV Universal Tank Trailer Package. This is also by DS Agrar Service Castor Flowy Stephen alias W7K. This is 13.51 megabyte on the download, and it's these two tankers here. So we've got one that starts off at 17,000 litres and up to 25,000. And then one that does 30,000 to 50,000 litres. So these are going to be for your liquids. So it's got their DEF, water, milk, diesel, herbicide, liquid fertiliser. Well, for some strange reason, these take solid fertiliser as well. Surely that should have been in the other one. Alright, carry on. Digestate and slurry. So if we go in there. So we've got the options there. So you've just got the usual shenanigans on the tyres. Design, none, tread plates, rivets, tread plates and rivets, and then none. Then capacity, standard, so this is 17,000 to start with, 21,000, 25,000, and then back to standard. So main colour, we'll put that as a blue, changes the main colour. The design colour changes the accents again, and then rim colour obviously changes the rim colour. Oh, that's alright, that is. Obviously the options are the same on both of them. They're alright. Very nice indeed. Right, next up we've got the ERMO pack. This is by SMI Modding Team. It's 16.49 megabyte on the download. There's two things in this. We've got a subsoiler and we've got a cultivator. So this is the subsoiler. So it requires 100 horsepower from your tractor. And it's got a 3 metre working width and a 6 mile an hour working speed. So the options are there. You've got without bar or with bar on the back, like so. And then the other one is a cultivator. So if we go into cultivators and we'll scroll along to find it. Oh, I've gone past it. There we are. The MISTRAL 300. So the options there are cage roller on the back, angle ring roller, double shell roller, packer roller, cross keel roller, then back to cage roller, and then you got the main colour can either have white or grey, and then design colour would change that, would change all the other parts on it. So the cultivator requires 150 horsepower and it's got a 3 meter working width. What is it with the 3 meter ones? Anyway, and a 10 mile/hour top speed. Obviously, I'm not a fan of the 3 meter working width ones. I think they're too small. You're not going to get anything done in any decent amount of time, but that's just me. Just totally me. That being said, it's nicely detailed. It's alright, that is. Excellent. Right, next up we got the Pottinger HIT 690N. This is by Agrar Design Austria. 10.83 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find this under Tedders. So the options you've got there are warning signs. We'll spin it around. Warning signs none on the front, on the back, or both with the lights, and then none. And then order spreading control, no, mechanical, hydraulical, or no. And then weight set balls, yes or no. And then wheel setup, you got standard, ground wheel mounted, or back to standard. And then you got main color, we'll change that to red, we'll change the mounting points of the spindles. And then the design color will change. What did that change? That didn't look. Oh, change the color of the wheels. There we are. Right. So it requires 45 horsepower from your tractor. It's got a 6.9 meter working width and a 9 mile/hour working speed. Well, that's pretty cheap. I mean, 8,400. It's alright, that is. Right, next up we got the Samaz Twist 600. This is by Agritechnic Nordfil. Nordifil. I apologise if I've got that wrong. 16.45 megabyte on the download. You're going to find this under windrowers. So it's going to require 80 horsepower from your tractor. Got 6 meter working width and an 11 mile/hour working speed. Oh, I need to put my teeth in. Obviously no options, it comes as it is, 15,600 to buy. So if you got a load of swaths that you need putting into a single one, make it easy for you. So right, that is excellent. Right, next up we got the Amazon Profi Hopper by GTX. This is 3.37 megabyte on a download and it's a little ride-on lawnmower. Obviously you're going to find this under the mower section. So it's got a 25 horsepower engine. It runs at 7 mile/hour. It's got a 1200 litre box capacity on the back. And it's got a 1.2 meter working width. So the options you got there are design, standard, or the black edition. If it's under standard, you can change the rollover protection colour to any one of those three. And then the rim colour again to any one of those three. Excellent, nice and cheap. I mean, it's just under 6 grand. It's alright, that is. Right, let's jump in. We'll turn it on. Give it a bit of a toot. So we've got some lights on the go. A little beacon on the top there. And away we go. Like this, it's alright, it is. Turn it on. We'll get mowing. Excellent. Obviously you got the option there of tip side high or tip side low. So tip side high will then unload here, and obviously it lifts it all up and then tips out the back. So if you've got a high sided trailer, you might want to use that. If not, just use it on a low position. I like that. That is alright though. Excellent. Right, next up we got the John Deere 6M. This is by Didec96, 31.39 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find this under medium tractors. So it starts off with a 142 horsepower engine, runs at 24 mile/hour. So the options we got there on the configuration, we've got standard, 360 kilo front weight, 560 kilo, 760, 1010, then back to standard. Then you got the usual wheels and tyre setup shenanigans. And then you got front loader attacher, no, John Deere or no. so you can't use any of the other ones. Going to need a John Deere attacher for it. Then the engine setup, so you start off with 142, and that goes to 153, 164, and then back to 142. So obviously, if you're a fan of the John Deere, this is right. This is, yeah, get yourself one of these. Excellent. Right, next up we got the Class ARION 660 610. This is by, I'm going to apologise right from the start on this one, Dith Marsha. 9.60 megabyte on the download. You're going to find this on the small tractors. So it's 120 grand to buy to start with, and it start off with a 145 horsepower engine with a 31 mile an hour top speed. Then on the options, you got the usual shenanigans with the tyres and all that sort of going on. Then you got front loader attacher, no, class, or no. And again, we haven't got any class front loader attachments, have we? I wonder if that'll work with the normal ones. Anyway, on the engine, so 145 horsepower to start, 165, 185, 205, and then back to 145. And then the main colour will go any like that, and then the rim colour will obviously change the rim colours. Looks like a Halloween special, that does. Excellent. Right, so we'll start it up, give it a toot. Now the options you got with this, if you hold RB on Xbox like me, and then right stick up and down, will open the back window. If you do LB and RB together, and left stick left and right, will open the side door. So that is your operator's extras, shall we say. That's right, this is this little tractor blipping around your yard. Excellent. Right, next up we got the Case IH Traction King series. This is by Farm Centro Sol, 11.84 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find this under medium tractors. So it starts off with a 210 horsepower engine and a 24 mile an hour top speed. So you've got the usual shenanigans on the go there with your wheels and tyres. Then you got window colour, you got no, smoked, light black, black dark, and then no. See, why has it gone light black and then black dark? Why not light black and then dark black? Anyway, wheel weights, no, 400 kilo, 800 kilo, 1200 kilo, and then no. Beacon lights, no. Left side, right side, all sides, and then no. Front weight, no. 1000 kilo, or no. Then engine setup, so it starts at 210. You can then go up to 212, 243, 300, and then back to 210. You can change the rim colour to any of those on there, and that's your options. I mean, obviously the older style, older looking, if you want to go down that road in your role play, this could be very nice indeed for you. Right, next up we got the STEYR CVT pack by Schnibble Modding, 53.70 megabyte on the download. You're going to find these under medium tractors. Now when the mods first came out, this showed up as new, but if I'm looking on the website now, it's coming up as an update. So if they've had to do an update for it and then send it back out, that's got turned around really quick. So we'll go through it anyway. So you got the two options there. You got the short wheelbase or the long wheelbase. So we'll go into this one. We've got the options there, 150 to start with a 31 mile an hour top speed. So usual shenanigans on the go with the wheels and the tyres. Then you got design, you got mirror old, mirror new, mirror old and wide fender, mirror new and wide fender, and then back to mirror old. Then we got front loader attacher, no, quickie, Hauer, and then no. Then engine setup, you got 150 as standard, 165, 165 again for some reason, then 180, 180 again, boost, and then CVT. Not really doing a lot. Then 200, and then back to 150. Then you got the main colour, change to black, we'll change that part, and then the design colour, we'll change that to orange. There you are. Then rim colour, obviously changes your rims. Oh, that looks alright actually. Excellent. And then in the long wheelbase version, obviously all the options are the same. So the engine 185, 200, 220, 240, 260, and then back to 185. So the long wheelbase version's got more higher power engines, but everything else is the same as the first one. So we're in it now. We'll start it up. Bit of a toot. The lights on. Okay, your options. So LB and RB together with the left stick, left and right. Oh, you can't really see that. Go in the cab for this one. LB and RB together, left stick, left and right. Folds the seat down. So if your mate's with you, and then if your mate's not, then we'll come outside again. So LB and RB together. So right stick, left and right opens the door, and then right stick up and down. We'll zoom in. Opens the back window, so you see the latch opening as well. Excellent. That's alright, that is. Nice little tractor. Right, the last one for today, and I'll say the last, but it's certainly not least, put it that way, because there is a ton of equipment with this. It's the TLX 2020 series by 82 Studios, so I know a lot of people have been waiting for this one to come out, so this is excellent. 43.24 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find the first part, I say the first part, under vehicles and cars. So you've got two options there. You've got the 2020 single cab that goes up to 380 horsepower, and then the 2020 single cab with a 6.7 litre engine in it, which will go up to 510 horsepower. Excellent. There is a ton of options. As you can imagine from 82 Studio, they always have options, and there's loads. Right, so we've got presets. So we've got standard or preset 1, then back to standard. So I'll put a few bits on there for you. Then you got wheel brands. You got Continental with standard, standard 2, 3, and then back to standard. And then this is where it starts getting interesting, because you now got wheel brands that they've put in themselves. So you got basic, standard, Nokian, Jules, Nokian Jules, and then back to standard. You then got sport tyres. So you got street, Nokian, performance, Nokian Jules, and then back to street. You got high performance. So you got performance there, performance wide, performance Jules, performance low profile, which seems to drop it to the ground, performance Jules low profile, performance wide low profile, and then back to performance. You then got off-road, so we've got standard, performance, Jules, performance Jules, and then back to standard. And then mudding tyres, standard, performance, Jules, performance Jules, back to standard. Then we've got a mudding 2 option, though it doesn't actually say that on the thing, but it does change it again. Sort of tends to put the what are they, wheel braces in the middle. You can see them there. Okay, so we've got standard, performance Jules, standard again, and then modding option 3 changes the beads, aren't they? Tyre beads, that's it. That was the word I was looking for. Then it's the same thing again, performance Jules, and then standard. Then we've got snow, standard, performance Jules, and then standard. Then we're back to the Continental. Now, that's your tyre options. I told you there was a lot on this one. So, front grille, we've got standard, main colour, so that matches the body. Design colour, which matches the stripe down the side. Then we've got chrome, and then back to standard. Vinyls are the part on, well, I'll show you what I mean. So we've got standards, there's no vinyls. Then we've got vinyl 1, so that's Lizard Motors. Vinyl 2, Lizard Logistics. Vinyl 3, Lizard Farming. Vinyl 4, Lizard Storage, and then back to standard. Then extras, so we've got standard there with nothing on it. Side steps in steel, side steps in black. Bull bar steel, bull bar black. Steel extras, so that's both of them. Black extras, and then back to standard. Then we've got lighting, so we've got standard. LED bar, strobe bar, bull bar 1. Hold on a minute. Let me put the bull bar back on. That's better. Right. So bull bar 1 puts the lights on the bull bar. Obviously you need to have the bull bar attached in the first place. Bull bar 2, bull bar 3, 1 and 2. Says 1 and 3. So 1 and 2 is the strobe bar and the LED lights, and then 1 and 3 is the LED lights and the bull bar lights, and then 1 and 4, 1 and 5, 2 and 3, 2 and 4, 2 and 5, and then all of them. Then all of them 2, all of them 3, and then back to standard. We've got kits, so we've got nothing on it at the minute. Front bumpers design, front bumper black, front bumper steel, off-road, off-road main, off-road steel, fenders 1, fenders 2, fenders 3, fenders 4, off-road 1, off-road 2. Have we gone round? Oh no, there we are, standard. So off-road 1, off-road 2, off-road 3, and then back to standard. I lost count then, there's that many. Then cab lights, so we got standard, we got rounded, then we got squared, and then back to standard. So that puts those little ones on the roof. And windows, we've got tinted, so we've got the normal windows, medium, dark, and then back to standard. Attachers, so we've got nothing, and then a plough mount on the front. The mirrors, we've got standard or tow mirrors, so if you've got a piece of equipment on the back. And then we've got the engine setup. You've got 6.7 high stroke V8 giving you 450 horsepower, and then the 6.7 high stroke V8 tuned giving you 510 horsepower. So the 510 does 74 mile an hour, but then so does the 450. Okay, then we've got main colour, obviously changes the main colour, and then design colour will change that stripe down the side, and then the rim colour will change the rims. That's giving me a headache. Them colours seriously don't go. Anyway, that's the car part of it. Now if we go down the tools and we'll go into trailers, we'll scroll all the way along because there's loads of stuff that go with this. These are trailer options. These are ones that you're going to tow behind. It's not backs for it. We'll come to those in a minute. So you've got this one here, the little tipper trailer you can tow behind. It's got 6,000 litre capacity. Then it also goes up to, no, the options haven't loaded in. There you are. So it starts off at 6,000 litre capacity. We'll change that to the extension, 8,000 litres. Unreal, 82,000 litres. Alright. And then back to basic. Then wheel brands, you've got your Continentals, and then the same sort of thing on the go as you did with the main truck. Then main colour, we'll do red. Design colour, we'll put that as a blue, which hasn't done anything. Okay, and then the rim colour changes the rims. That's your little tipper truck. You then got a liquid trailer truck, so 5,000 litre capacity on that one. You've also got a log trailer, and you've also got another log trailer stroke basket sort of thing. Best way to describe it. You chuck it all. It's like something you see when the council's going down the road chopping the trees down. They chuck it all in the back like that, isn't it? Excellent. Then if we come out of that and we go down to miscellaneous, and then we'll scroll along there to find them at the end. We've got the backs for the actual main truck. So we've got the Trail Boss versions. That's the usual pickup truck with a few different options on there. Then you've got the flatbed version. So if you want to use that for transporting anything on the back. You then got a tipper truck for the actual back of it. So what we've got there, you've got 6,000, 8,000, and then Unreal again, 82,000. I mean, come on. Alright. Then we got the tipper truck option there with the open back on it. I mean, you could probably transport that little sit-on lawnmower with that. Oh, that's alright, that is. Then we've got a liquid tanker that goes on the back. So that's got a 5,000 litre capacity on it. And then we've got a log trailer that goes on the back. And then we've got the council version again. Put all the wood chippings into there. So alright, that is actually. Put that in the back of your truck. And then we've got a bail back, shall we say. And we got the lights, standard and working lights, and the strobe bar, and both on there. Well, it does say on the website that the bale loading part is auto load. That'll be interesting. Holds 3 bales apparently, according to the website. And then that is it. Here's what I've come up with. Get my camera right. So we'll turn it on. First up on the options, we've got RB and right stick up and down. Tilt, if you can see that, it tilts that LED bar up and down. Then we've got LB and right stick left and right. Raises and lowers the front axle. Spin around a little, like that. And then LB and right stick up and down moves the strobe bar backwards and forwards. So we'll turn the lights on. Like so. That's going to be wow bright at night, that is. Excellent. And then we'll put the flashes on. Excellent. Hold the back bit down. So what I do like with the lights on. No, we'll turn the flashes off. Look, it's got that trail boss. Turn the lights off. Put the lights on. Got that trail boss lights up at night. Excellent. It's even a brake light. Quality. Right. Let's have it a little spin. Excellent. Obviously it will do 127 mile an hour according to that speedo. Alright. Maybe that's a bit fast for a pickup truck, but okay. Right, we're pulling here. And that is it for today. Drop it in the comments below which one you're thinking of using, which one's your favourite. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, it's muchly appreciated. But for me, that's it for today, and I'll see you in the next one.